Hi everybody, it's a beautiful day in Hawaii and I am Richard Jones. This is my film producer and editor, Jeffrey and Steven. This presentation is for Miss Padilla's second period. You'll be viewing this on Tuesday, May 20th, 2008. This presentation is entitled Everything You Need to Know About Carl Sandburg. And I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about Carl Sandburg. This is Carl Sandburg, guys. Take a look. Soak it up. Okay? You might look a little old here, but back in the day, he stood about 5'10", blonde-haired and muscular. Alright? Now, about Carl Sandburg, he was born in 1878, and he died in 1967. That made him about 89 years old. Wow. He was born in the Chicago slums and kind of the projects, Nameen. His parents were poor Swedish immigrants. They came here from
Sweden.
He only went to school until the age of 13, and after that he tried to go to West Point when he was a little older, but he was denied entry. In 1908, he was married to Lillian Speechin. She was a school teacher. In June of 1897, Carl left home with $3.25. It's a lot of money. Can't even buy a Monster with that, but that's okay. And he became a bona fide hobo. And then he traveled the country for about a year. You know, he caught trains and did his thing and traveled all over, whatever. And then the Spanish-American War broke out in 1898, and Carl Sandburg joined the Army. Now, he was only in for a short time. He went to war, nothing really happened. He didn't fire his gun or anything. And he was discharged with $122. Now, some important things that were going on during his time period was he attended General Ulysses S. Grant's funeral. And that was his very first time in his life seeing black people, and they were black
Union soldiers.
And he was alive during the Great Depression. He was a survivor. Now, we're going to do a little interpretive dance to The Road and the End.
I shall foot it. Down the roadway in the dusk, where shapes of hunger wander, and where the fugitives of pain go by. I shall foot it in the silence of the morning, see the night slur into dawn, hear the slow great winds arise, where tall trees flank the way and shoulder towards the sky. The broken boulders by the road shall not commemorate my ruin. Regret shall be the gravel underfoot. I shall watch for slim birds swift of wing that go where wind and ranks of thunder drive the wild processionals of rain, the dust traveled road shall touch my hands and face.
Now, my interpretation of this poem was that Sandburg begins this and many of his other poems with a strong first line. And the first line of this poem was, I shall foot it. This immediately implies to the reader that he is performing an action. He's traveling down the road. He then creates imagery by using the word dusk to set the scene. His word choice of hunger, wander, and pain give the idea and feeling of a weathered and weary traveler. Sandburg frequently uses figurative language in this poem. I interpreted the line, regret shall be the gravel underfoot, as meaning that we must move past the not-so-fond memories and decisions we've made in our lives, and broken boulders could also be viewed as symbolic of other individuals who have previously walked this road and they cracked. The speaker is determined not to let the failing of other individuals be his own as well. The tone of this poem then changes from slow-moving and scenic to perilous with Sandberg's artful use of diction. The ranks of thunder and the wild processionals of rain now stand in his way, and those can be seen as the problems of life. The dust of the traveled road shall touch my face and hands. The dust is symbolic of hardships and wisdom that can only be gained as the speaker ages. As he walks through life, the dust, or age, touched his face and hands and has made him become an old man. Now you get to see some interpretive dance for waiting.
Today, I will let the old boat stand, where the sweep of the harbor tide comes in, to the pulse of a far, deep, steady sway. And I will rest and dream and sit on the deck, watching the world go by, and take my pay for many hard days gone, I remember. I will choose what clouds I like in the great white fleets that wander the blue, as I lie on my back or loaf at the rail. I will listen to the veering winds kiss me and fold me, and put on my brow the touch of the world's great will. Daybreak will hear the heart of my boat beat, engine throb and piston play, in the quiver and leap and call of life. Tomorrow we move in the gaps and heights, on changing floors of unlevel seas, and no man shall stop us, and no man shall follow, for ours is the quest of an unknown shore, and we are husky and lusty and shouting gay.
Now these poems are still relevant today because of how they represent the hardships and the struggle that everyone faces in their lives. Although we may not be in a civil war or a Great Depression, there are very similar events that occur around us. Despite the differences in time period, it isn't too difficult to put ourselves in Sandberg's shoes. So basically, life's tough, get a helmet. Now, I got a lot of my information from You can also find all of Carl Sandburg's poems at American Poems or carlsandburg.com. These specific poems were originally published in Chicago Poems by Carl Sandburg. Now, I believe that if Carl Sandburg could leave us with just one final message, it would be to live our lives the way that we want to live, to express ourselves freely, and no matter what, always have fun. Now, in dedication to this message, I'm going to show you how I have fun.
No burritos, just tacos, no. 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 No, 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 no.
Can I have a burrito?
No.
Can I have an enchilada?
No.
One fajita and 2 quesadillas?
No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No enchiladas, no tostadas, no quesadillas, only tacos. No burritos, just tacos, no.